If you know how to find real estate deals using the MLS, even when the market is absolutely crazy, it gives you a huge leg up on the competition. Let's go. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and the Multifamily CEO System. My greatest passion is helping people just like you invest in multifamily real estate so you can create financial freedom and you can live life on your terms. In this video, I'm going to talk you through how to find deals on the MLS, even when there's loads of competition and it's really hard to surface a deal that makes sense to buy. Today, we're going to get into it. Let's go. The first thing you want to do when you're leveraging the MLS is leverage all different MLS sites, meaning you're going to leverage Realtor.com, you're going to leverage Zillow.com, and you're going to leverage LoopNet.com at least. There are many others, but these are 3 MLS sites that tend to have different inventories. Some people list on Zillow that don't list on Realtor.com because you have a lot of homeowners that can leverage Zillow that aren't going through an agent. LoopNet tends to list more commercial properties and bigger properties. Realtor.com tends to be more smaller multifamilies and single-family homes. Each specific listing site has a little bit different flavor of inventory. And by leveraging all 3, you're going to leverage all of the inventory out there and not just a couple pieces of inventory that you're given from one site. By leveraging all of the listing sites, it puts you in the driver's seat because you can find a property on this site that isn't on the others. So if somebody else is just using Realtor.com, you might find a property on Zillow they're not using. And that's a great way to do that so you can see what properties are listed from all different angles. The next tip is when you go to those sites, download the apps of those sites on your phone and turn on the notifications so you get notified when a new listing hits. I know we hate notifications on our phone, and believe me, I do too. I have all the notifications turned off. But for real estate sites, I keep the notifications turned on because I want to know when deals are hitting in the areas I'm buying. And you can take Zillow, LoopNet, and Realtor.com, download those apps, and set it up so you're notified when a property that fits your criteria hits the market. So get that app on your phone, turn on notifications, and have people start sending you deals immediately. The third thing you can do to leverage the MLS is make sure you set your filters to create more efficient search time. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, make sure you put that in the filters. If you're looking for multifamily properties only, or condos, or single-family homes, put that in the searches so you're efficiently searching so the properties you're really looking for are getting sent to you. There's a couple different filters I put on all the properties I look for. I put a filter on the area. There's certain areas I want to invest in and other areas I don't. I put a filter on the price because if I leave the price at anything, then any type of price is being shot my way. I want to keep that property inside the price I'm looking to invest in. I also filter by the bedroom count. If I'm buying a multifamily, I want to stick with 2-bedroom, 1-bath units. If you want to stick with 1-bedroom, 1-bath units, you can change the filter to that. The point is, switch your filter so the right bedroom count is being added to the property profile so when you get sent a property, it meets your criteria. And then, of course, filter the type of property. Single-family home, multifamily home, condo, townhome. Put the kind of property you're actually looking for. Before I go on to the next tip, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification, and also smash that thumbs up button. We want to make sure you're notified anytime we put up a video, which is every weekday, so you can be kept up on the cutting-edge strategies of investing in real estate. The next way to leverage the MLS to find properties is by sending multiple messages. When I find a property I like, there's usually a message you can send to the real estate agent. Well, I don't just send one. I find 5 or 6 or 7 properties and I send a message for every single one. Because here's what I've realized. The more poles you have in the water, the more fish you will catch. And this is true on the MLS. You want to have your tentacles into as many different properties and with as many different agents as possible, because if many of them fall through, you might have one that will bust through and actually become a property you own. But again, if you're focusing on one property, taking that all the way through and waiting to hear if you hear a yes or no, and then moving to the second one, it's going to take you an awful long time to buy a property. So you want to find 4 to 10 that you really like, send messages for all of them, and then start sifting through the property that you want to buy. The death of the MLS is there's so much competition. There's often multiple offers on every project, and everybody can get access to the MLS, so it's really competitive. And because it's really competitive, the more messages you have out to the more people sets you up and sets you apart and gives you a much better chance of locking down a deal. And after you've found a property and you've reached out to that agent, now call them. I know on the MLS listing sites, there's a place to email the agent. I always call them. Even if I have to do the work and look their name up inside their brokerage firm in that area, I want to get on the phone and talk about this property with somebody. So if I find 4 to 10 properties, I'll call each agent on each of those properties. Here's why. Not only will they have that property, but they might have other properties. I'll talk about that in a minute. But the truth of the matter is, finding an agent is the best way to leverage the MLS because they may know of other properties in the area, but they also may have relationships with people inside their brokerage firm or inside the industry that have a deal that may be just about to go to MLS, and you might get a shot at making an offer early. One way to leverage a real estate agent is to create a property profile. A property profile is the exact type of property you are looking for. A property profile will help a real estate agent keep you top of mind awareness. We call that TOMA, T-O-M-A, top of mind awareness. They'll help keep you top of mind when they see a property that fits your profile. For example, if you let an agent know, I'm looking for a 4-unit building in this price range in this side of town. Well, when that building comes up, they can't help but think of you because you've given them specific specifications on that type of property. About a year ago, I sat down to my desk to open up my email one day, and an email came into my inbox and the subject line read, "This has your name all over it." I opened up the email, I clicked on the link, and it was a beautiful 6-unit property. I mean, a gorgeous property that I ended up buying. The agent that sent that to me really knew I'd like that property. Well, let me ask you a question. How would they have known that? I gave her a property profile that I was looking for these types of properties. When she found that property, she knew to think of me. If you don't give your agent some sort of property you're looking for, they'll think of loads of people when they see a property. But I want them to think about you when your specific property hits their mind. I want them to think about you when a property that fits your profile hits their desk. And this is exactly what happened to me. We ended up buying that property and still own that property today. It's a beautiful property just because an agent knew what we were looking for. Help the agents out. Tell them exactly what you're after. Also, stay in consistent contact with your agent. I actually connect with my broker almost every day. He's texted me 2 or 3 times today on different deals we're working on because I consistently stay in contact with them. The more deals you do with an agent, the more they're actually reaching out to you than you are reaching out to them. But when you start a relationship with an agent, reach out at least once a week just to see if anything's shaken loose. Try to get on a call once a week just to check in and see if any properties have surfaced. I even like to take the agent out to lunch, get to know them a little bit, figure out how we can work together and continue to do more deals over and over and over again. Let me give you 2 things that I want you to know about the MLS. Number 1, don't overpay just to get a deal. Right now, the MLS is creating multiple offer scenarios where loads of people are rushing in to invest in a deal, and then once they get that deal, it's not making them a lot of money. Don't overpay just because you want to get a deal. And I told you if you stuck around to the end, I'll give you a ninja tip on how to use the MLS that has nothing to do with properties. I use the MLS to find brokers and real estate agents, not just properties. A lot of people go to the MLS to surface a property. Well, I go to the MLS and look for the kind of property I'm looking for and find the agent that's listing that property and call that agent because they often will have other properties that match my property profile. Again, I'm thinking about my business as a relationship business, not just a real estate business. The MLS is a place to build relationships and connect with people, not just properties. Believe me, you find one property on the MLS, great. But if you find an agent that can bring you deal after deal after deal, now we've found a chicken, not just an egg. You're going to be able to connect with people that have deals on the MLS. The weakest way to use the MLS is to find properties. The best way is to use it to build relationships with people that can send you deals over and over again. I also want to give a free gift to you today. If you click the link in the description, I want to give you my free 60-minute multifamily masterclass. It's a masterclass where I help people just like you bust into the multifamily market or scale to the multifamily market and actually start knocking down bigger deals. In this training, I give the 5 things you need to do to land a piece of multifamily in the next 71 days. So click that link and I'll see you in the training.